Hey everyone, SonicBoss1991 here, and welcome back to another comic book review. Today I'm going to be covering issue 58 of the IDW series. Now I know I was supposed to do one of these for issue 57, but unfortunately I left it a little too late and decided in the end not to bother. So I'm going to make issue 58 my first review of the year, as it's just gone after my first anniversary of doing these videos. So I thought this would be a fun little video to do as an anniversary, and that's because people have been asking me for these to return. So once again, without any further ado, let's get straight into this comic. The story is by Ian Flynn, and art is by Thomas Roethlisberger, and if you don't recall the name, I believe he was the one who did all of Imposter Syndrome. Matt Holmes, we know who they are, and Matt Holmes, Riley Farmer, and David Marionette. Is it Marionette? I don't know. So we get a story so far, as we normally do with these comics. We basically just cover over issue 57 and what happened there. If you haven't read it, I suggest you go check it out before reading this comic. You get our characters Sonic, Tangle, Whisper, Wanolin, Amy, Miles Tails Prower, and of course, Silver the Hedgehog and Blaze the Cat making their grand return into the mainline series. We start off issue 58 right where we left off with issue 57 with Sonic facing off against a whole horde of bandits. He yells at a bandit saying attacking is kind of their thing, but can you please give him 2 minutes? His friends are in trouble. After some struggle, a familiar attack catches the bandits and a familiar flame approaches, and it is none other than Silver and Blaze returning in to help Sonic with his troubles. And incoming we have Amy, Rose and Tails coming in with a whole massive attack against the bandits, and of course Sonic with a smirk, which I've literally only just noticed. Sonic finishes one of the remaining bandits, and with a smile says, "Oh hi guys, you come here often," and they're all very very happy, apart from Amy Rose, who is very worried about Sonic, saying, "Joel told us you called for backup, are you hurt?" And Sonic just shrugs it off, saying that he's fine. Then he apologises to Blaze for having to make her work on her vacation, because if you remember from the annual, she's come here on holiday. Blaze just shrugs it off, just saying, "Think nothing of it, I wouldn't turn a blind eye to villainy," and Silver's just happy to be part of the team. Tails asks where the diamond cutters are at, Tangle, Wanolin and Whisper, saying that this is the kind of thing that she organised. Where are they? So Sonic updates the team on what happened, saying that they found that Eggman City is also building itself by strip mining the earth below. They got ambushed and the team was caught in the same kind of trap as the ones we ran into with Eggman's tower base thingy, if you remember from Test Run. Tails asks Blaze if they have enough time for her to travel back to her dimension, grab the soul emeralds and rescue them, but Blaze denies it, saying that the soul emeralds won't work and they can only transport her between her world and theirs. Silver says he can't really time travel. How do you time travel? You need to explain that shit. And Blaze says that they should find a solution in the here and now. Amy asks, so is this the only way we can do it, through Eggman tech? And Tails unfortunately says yes, this is how we gotta do it. He can access it, but he can't make promises. He needs to access the crystal, and he's got a feeling that the key to everything is there. So Sonic says, let's not keep him waiting. Come on guys, clear the way for Tails, as they all run straight for the crystals. Back into the portals, Tangle yells out for Silver, I believe it is. I don't know, I'm pretty sure it is. He's saying, no, come back, we're right here. Tangle yells out, saying, ugh, we can't fight bandits, we can't talk to anyone, walking around feels like I'm gonna float away like a slip bubble, this sci-fi whatever stinks, as she makes a little Pizza Tower reference there. Whisper is just staring off away, and poor little Lanolin is all huddled up. Tangle goes straight to Lanolin like, come on boss lady, we need a plan, and then just says, no, I'm not the boss. So Tangle bends down to try and comfort her, saying, oh sure you are, you organised the team, this was your mission, you're totally the team leader. That can't be because, come on now, let's be serious. And Whisper is more of the complete the mission type, so she's basically just relying on Lanolin for some sort of direction. And then I'm just like, no, I'm not cut out for this. The poor thing is just having a complete breakdown. And Tangle's just like, well, why did you even form the team in the first place then? And Lanolin just says, desperation. Then we go back to the events of as early as issue 2, saying when the bandits attacked my hometown, I was terrified. I never wanted to feel so helpless or unprepared ever again. I don't want anyone to have to feel that way anymore. I love the little callback for issue 2. That feels like such a long time ago. Lanolin's still huddled up, saying here they are. I'm not prepared to deal with this. This mission is an utter failure and it's all her fault. Tangle once again tries to comfort her little street friend, saying, first off, we failed together, it was a team effort. And Lanolin just frowns, saying that strangely that does not make me feel any better. Tangle, still being the little jolly girl that she is, says, secondly, take it from someone who slingshot herself off a cliff once or thrice. It's okay to make mistakes. Jules carried me out of some situations in the past. And you've got a team that can help you out of this one. But walk away from this a little smarter, a little more experienced, and a great story to share back at Restoration HQ. So you can just see just how excited she is, how happy she is. She's not going to let us get her down. Lanolin looks at her like, how can you be so sure of all this? Tangle just jumps up. She looks like fucking Tigger of that tail of hers, saying, because they're the diamond cutters. They're awesome, and they never give up. Tangle with a smile goes to Whisper, saying, oh, right, Whisper? Right? And Whisper just looks at her, very upset and probably very angry, like, just asking, why? Tangle chases straight after her, saying, why what? She's all confused by this. And then Whisper asks, why the diamond cutters? My team, my friends, what I lost. Like, why are you calling our team this way? And then Lanolin asks, wait, boss? When Tangle said former team, I thought you meant they disbanded after the war. And Tangle kind of like covers her mouth, thinking like, oh shit, I've spilled all this out, I shouldn't have done this, oh no. And then Whisper explains that they were betrayed, destroyed. And Tangle cuddles her tail, saying, I thought, I didn't, I wanted. And Whisper just flat out, just says, just say it, just come out of it already, spill it. And Tangle starts to cry, still cuddling her tail, says, I'm sorry, I didn't think of it like that. Your old teammates were such close friends. They were so cool and competent. I wanted that for us, so we wouldn't drift apart again. So she was obviously still very upset at the fact that Whisper went off for a long time on her own. And they went together. She's missed her girlfriend, okay? She's missed her girlfriend. And then we get some flashbacks of the recent issues. We go back to issue 45, when Tangle was out for a jog and Whisper was leaving the Restoration to go find Mimic. Then we go to issue 54. I believe it's issue 53, sorry. Where she's crying because she doesn't have any of her wisps apart from the cyan wisp. Saying to crying to Tails that she needed them back. And then we go to issue 54 with Belle repairing her wisp bomb. And then we didn't see this, but this is when Whisper had all of her wisps returned to her as she's cuddling them while in the hospital crying, the poor little thing. This is adorable. I think even Blue's crying now, oh no. And I also really want to know who got her the flowers and the little balloon, and what's on the note? It's probably just get well soon, but I need to know. Ian Flynn, Bumblecast, answers. Tangle starts crying, like cuddling herself, holding on to Lanolin, saying, I was caught up in the moment, I'm so sorry. And Lanolin tries to comfort her, saying that we can always change the team name. But Whisper kind of like shrugs it off, she's like, nah, whatever. And then Tangle just continues to cry. Whisper takes off her masks and explains that the old team were there for one another. Our wisps, they're here for her now. And even though I tried to walk away, everyone has been there to support me. Sonic, Tails, Belle, and you. The only person not trying to help everyone is me. So she's obviously still, like, she's self-doubting herself now. The fact that she hasn't helped anyone out other than, like, herself. She's only, like, gone after her people, not anyone else's. Lanolin walks up to her kind of like, I don't know the whole story, but if you're betrayed, I understand having trouble trusting others again. And then Tangle wraps herself up in her tail and gill. Oh. Whisper goes on to explain about Mimic, who we get a very creepy silhouette of, saying that no, one person hurt me, one person took my friends from me. Not you, not the Restoration, just him. I can't let him take this from me too. I can't. I won't let his fear poison me anymore. So she's not afraid of Mimic anymore. She's like, yeah, come at me, bro. Fuck. You know what? Fuck it. Come at me. Whisper explains and apologizes, saying she is sorry. I have been a bad friend and a bad teammate. It will take some time to fully move on. May I ask that you be patient with me? And Lanolin just says, yeah, I can't be if you're patient with me being bossy and inexperienced. And Tangle, muffled up in her tail, her eyes completely light up. I have no idea what she's saying there, but she's very happy that Whisper is going to be an official part of the team. Tangle thanks her, and Whisper just says, I know, I can, and I will. And then Whisper says that they can keep the name of the Diamond Cutters and that they'll be honoured to have inspired us to continue their cause. Tangle, once again, being the boss of expressions, holds their hands together, and Lanolin just says, the honour is all ours, thank you. And then Tangle pulls them into a group hug, saying that they're friends no matter what. But Lanolin says, okay, there's got to be a hard limit on the number of group hugs. So Tangle makes this one count. So I think this is Lanolin asking, how would your old team handle something like this? Was there a chain of command? And then Whisper was like, no, we just relied on others' expertise. In this case, we'd ask Claire for insight. If she saw nothing, I'd be asked to scout the area. But Tangle points out that none of them are psychic. But Gwendolyn has an idea that not just Whisper can scout. So she pulls out her wisp, Maggie, saying they could barely interact with the Tangleable world. That means no bandit can attack us and we can bypass security. We can all scour the city extra quick, and once Sonic and the others return to us to normal, we'll have them into all the intel we need ready for them. And Tangle once again with those faces, they fucking love her, saying that it sounds like you got a plan there, boss. And then I'm just like, yes, this is a direction at the very least. Then Whisper points at the central control tower, saying it will have the most crucial resources, so they should head there straight away. And then with a very, very cool shot, Lillian yells out, "Alright, let's go, Diamond Cutters!" I love this shot, it's so cool looking. Back with our Sonic heroes, we get them fighting with a whole horde of bandits, with Silver, Amy, Blaze, Tails and Sonic using all their skills against them. Amy goes at Tails that will keep them covered, and Tails says, "Yep, I'll try to be quick." And then we get a cool little scene here where Tails starts going into Eggy's databases, because he's a smart little fox. And then Silver and the others continue to fight off all the incoming bandits. And then suddenly we get a giant hammer guy, which I believe are from as early as issue 1, I believe. He swings his hammer towards Sonic, but Silver manages to catch it with his sidekick just in time. Amy then notices how giant his hammer is, and she is loving it. So she gets Silver to give her a boost. And for everybody to get back, Sonic is very excited about this. Blaze is just like, okay, I guess. Silver, giving Amy the boost that she needs, helps her with the hammer and takes out the bandit using his own hammer. Look at the strength of this gal. Like, yeah, she's getting help, but come on, you cannot deny that this is fucking awesome. And Silver's very confused. It's like, how did you do that? How? And then Sonic's like, "Oh, she's awesome." And then they give each other a high five. And then Tails is like, "Oh, did I miss something cool?" And then Mantis is like, "We send off a ton of attackers for now. Have you found anything?" And then Tails starts explaining the fake crystals are actually giant Chaos Emeralds. And then Blaze is questioning the Doctor replicating them that easily. Sonic's chilling. Look at him, he's so happy. And then Tails starts explaining about the fake Chaos Emeralds, saying that they're cheap replicas. They have the same wavelength properties, but they're woefully underpowered in comparison. On the other hand, they're still more potent than the Chaos Drives and Power Cores he's used in the machines in the past, so we get some that references to Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes there. And more lore with the fucking Power Cores. Sonic looks up at the crystals, saying, did he just grow them this big to be gaudy, or... And Tails just says no, it's to increase their power output. Eventually, it justifies the cost of creating them, but at a tremendous cost to the environment. So Sonic's like, got it! The crystals, bust the city! Got it! Bust the crystals, bust the city! Let's go get that hammer again! He really wants to try out the hammer. But Silver's like, oh, can I do it myself this time? And then Amy's just like, yeah, go ahead. I'm still catching my breath. Tails of a panic saying, no, that's a bad idea! And Blaze in the background holding her head with us like, what the fuck are you thinking? Saying, honestly, shattering something as powerful as an emerald? What are you thinking? And then Tails points out that would blow up the city along with them. And then even more the city would devour just to even build even more and to rebuild itself. So it's like the more they destroy, the more it rebuilt itself. So destroying it won't really work in this case. And then we get this funny little scene in the background with Sonic and Blaze arguing. Sonic's like, so what? We trashed the entire city by ourselves? And then Blaze is like, no, that's not even remotely possible. You can't even think that. And Sonic's like, I'm just tossing ideas out there, jeez. And then Tails once again points out the control tower, saying the crystals power the regional city growth, but they're all empowered by the command tower. And Sonic, getting very giddy and excited, saying, that seemed like where Eggman was calling the shots from the last time they were here. So let's go knock it down and unplug this whole mess. And then you'll get very happy. Look at Tails' little face, he's so cute. Then Tails slides past Sonic, saying, after I use this controls to reverse the energies trapping our friends. And then Sonic's like, yeah, that was implied. And Silver flies off in like, this is a delicate touch, Sonic. And he's like, oh, like you're one to talk. And then Sonic kind of reflects, saying that it's a lot easier with help. Doing anything sort of is fun, but doing it as a group is also. But then he gets interrupted by a giant explosion. Tails immediately flies Sonic up towards it. Amy asks, what the hell was that? And then Sonic says, can you guys keep heading the tower? We'll check it out. And then Sonic's like, did Joel say she was calling in for more help? And Tails says, not that I know of. And then Sonic asks who joined the party, and they look down to see none other than Team Dark joining the party. Finally, we have not seen these guys in so long. But we've seen Rouge, we've seen Shadow, but we haven't seen this guy. We haven't seen Shadow in such a long time, which honestly I'm not too bothered by because, let's face it, Shadow's writing has not been the best within this series. Omega's has been awesome. I love this guy. And then Rouge is here too. I like Rouge. And then Sonic and Tails are obviously very surprised by this. And I don't think... Oh, I don't know. I hope Shadow's writing is good. But this is where our story ends, saying next time, Team Dark joins the fray. And this is obviously a very good issue. I won't deny that one bit. So yeah, guys, we had a lot happen in this issue. We had Silver and Blaze join the party, we had Tangle and Whisper making up, we had them officially forming the team of the Diamond Cutters, Whisper saying that it's completely fine. But what do you guys think of Lana at the minute? Do you think that we could trust her now, or do you still think there's something going on with her? Because I'm not quick to hold like immediate judgment saying, oh yeah, she's bad, but I'm not immediately gonna say that she's good. And fucking Tangle, I can't not laugh at that. So I want to hear your guys' opinions on Lana Lynn. Do you find her trustworthy, or do you think that she's still got something going on behind the scenes? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my review of this comic. Overall, I thought this was a very good issue. It's a very nice second part to the series of Urban Warfare, and I'm excited to see what comes next. Honestly, I wish this comic was a little bit longer, or maybe we dragged out the Tangle and Whisper argument a little bit more, because I like that kind of like, I guess, like drama between them, that slight tension. But I'm not complaining that it's ended now, because now the girlfriends are back together. There is no divorce happening, guys. The girlfriends are staying together. I love them so much. They're girlfriends. You cannot deny it. There is nothing straight about these two. Anyway, before I go for a tangent about how much I love Tangle and Whisper being a couple, I'm going to end this video right here, because otherwise I'm going to ramble on and on and on and on and on. Thank you guys so much for joining me back on my first ever review of the year. Thank you guys for watching these for as long as you have. I can't believe it's been a year already. Thank you guys for joining me. I can't wait for issue 59. Peace out.